Hello everyone and welcome to this week's watch list review. Last week was a pretty short watch list, and actually from what I remember, all three of these gapped down below the triggers Monday morning, so that kind of took them out of play. So there wasn't really, if you wanted to get back in on a re-trigger, that was an option. I don't typically do that, and in fact I didn't play any of these this week. But let's take a look and see how they looked anyway. Market was pretty wild this week. I'll say that. So we were looking at, well, let's go to the weekly. So we were looking at the weekly here, and we were looking for a break below 60.40. We got that. We actually gapped down to like 59.84. It looks like. Well, actually 59.90. We'll look at the shorter time frames to verify that, but it looks like we opened Monday morning at 59.90, which was 50 cents below the trigger and almost at the second target or first target. So let's take a look here on the shorter time frames. We'll go to the 60 and go back to Monday. So here's Monday morning. This was the trigger right here, and we actually opened right here, almost. The open was 59.90, almost to our second target. I'm sorry, that's our first target. This green line is for the inside year up, so ignore this green line right here. I should probably make those different colors. But it opened almost at our first target, and if we look at even a shorter time frame, let's go to like a 15-minute. Back to Monday. So we opened right here Monday morning, almost at the first target. Kind of bounced back up. You could have got back in right here if you were adventurous enough. You could have got back. You could have got in right here, and I wouldn't recommend it because at this point you don't know what it's going to do. You could have got in here with a stop, maybe right at the trigger. That would have probably been okay, but you really didn't have any kind of actionable signal here to get in. Your first actionable signal would have been right here when you went. You had a 2 down here, followed by another 2 down. So this 2 down could have been an actionable signal, but you're already so far away from your trigger. Why would you get in at that point? So to me, Coca-Cola was a no trade. That didn't really give you an entry. Like I said, you could have got in up here kind of with a hope and a prayer that it dropped back down, but you didn't, like I said, you didn't have an actionable signal till you went 2 down here, and even then it bounced right back up and possibly stopped you out. So let's take a look at Royal Caribbean. Let's do the same thing on this one. Our trigger was right here, inside week down. This one wasn't as bad. We opened right here, and I have to look at shorter time frames, but I don't think I can go back to Monday on a 5-minute. But that's close enough. You could have got in right here. You could have waited till it came up to here. Your actionable signal entry wouldn't have been till down here at target 1. So I wouldn't recommend getting in there. You don't really have an actionable signal here other than you triggered the inside week down. But again, you could have got in here and then hit all 3 targets, but that's not something I would have been comfortable with doing. You didn't have an actionable signal to get in on. So in my opinion, Royal Caribbean wasn't a tradable trade this week as far as this watch list goes. Same thing here. You got an actionable signal way down here, almost to target 1 on Adobe. The gap down really kind of screwed everything up for us on the watch list this week. So wasn't much we could do. I'm not saying you couldn't have made money on it. I just like to trade off of actionable signals And on pretty much all three of these, you didn't get an actionable signal till it was at target 1. And that's not, I don't like trading that way. Now you could have, if you were looking at the 5-minute time frame, let's see if I can go back to Monday. 5-minute may have been a little bit different. All right, let's do this. So we're looking at Monday. Again, gap down, open below it. Actionable signal on this one would have been here, almost at target 1. So again, same results. Coca-Cola, Monday, open way down here, almost at target 1. Actionable signals here, 2/3 of the way to target 1. Here's your trigger, here's target 1. So actionable signals way down here on Coca-Cola. I don't like that risk reward. And Royal Caribbean, now this one wouldn't have been as bad. If you're looking at the 5-minute, you gap down below your trigger, but then you came back up above the trigger and you got an actionable signal here on the 5-minute. This one isn't as bad. This is probably maybe a little over 1/3 of the way to target 1. So this one isn't quite as bad. You could have put your stop at the top of this candle with your target down here at target 1. At that point, the way I probably would have traded this was keep moving my stop down. Once this candle was closed, I probably would have put my stop right above it, right at my entry. Or not my entry, but right at my trigger. After this candle closed, I would have put my stop up here. And then this one here, move your stop to here. So you would have got stopped out on this candle probably, which would have been still a decent profit. So Royal Caribbean, you could have made it work. I'm not saying that it's ideal, and it's not the way that I plan for them to work and happen in these videos, but it could have worked. If you made money on these trades because of this watch list this week, let me know. I'm curious to see if anybody may have done that and got in on some other type of signal and made it work, because the way I trade it, none of them, there was no entries given to me on any of them. Like I said, Royal Caribbean on the 5-minute, yeah, you could have got an entry here on a reversal or on an actionable signal. But aside from that, there really wasn't anything worth getting in. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. I'll get some scans ran and try to, well, not try, I'll get a video out this week. I don't know how things look this week. Let's take a look at SPY as far as the weekly charts. I don't know if we have like a lot of outside. Actually, it's not a hammer candle, but it's a bullish candle. So this may be the start of a reversal here. Not saying we will reverse, but this may be a start. We get a break above this, we're going to go 2-2 reversal on the weekly. The monthly is still going to look pretty nasty, and it's going to take a lot to go 2 up on the month when February starts, because we need to get way up here to do that. So we have a long ways to go for that. But if you look at the daily, we went outside day today off an inside candle. So we break above this high, which is 442. We break above 442 Monday morning, and we're 3-2 on the day, and we would be not quite 2-2 reversal on the weekly, but we'd be close to it. We'd be at 442, which is right here, pretty much the close today. Well, I guess it is the close today because we're looking at the daily. But once we'd break above this, we'd be 2-2 reversal on the weekly, which is a good start to reversing this thing. So again, thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys made any money on these trades and what your trigger was. Maybe something that I can look into and start adding to the videos if you had some other type of entry that worked for you. All right, thanks again, and see you later. Bye.